Well, we do know that at the city mortuary, officials are due to begin a post-mortem examination of the bodies from Mandera, from the Mandera massacre. Now, the families will be allowed to pick the bodies for burial only after autopsies have been carried out. And earlier today, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who visited the mortuary, called for an overhaul of the security system to stop the wave of killings across the country. Let's now bring in Sharon Momanyi, who is at the Chiromo mortuary. Sharon, a lot of disbelief from family members who are just coming to terms with this. But let's go back with former Prime Minister Raila Odinga and what he said when he arrived there. Sharon, are you able to hear me? Sharon Momanyi.
Good afternoon, Edith.
Sharon, if you can hear me, I just asked.
We are coming to you live from the Chiromo mortuary here in Nairobi, where the bodies of those who are... I don't know if you can hear me, Edith.
I can hear you clearly. Please go on, Sharon.
Okay, we are coming from the Chiromo mortuary, where the bodies of those who were killed during the Mandera massacre are being preserved. As we speak, Edith, families and friends are still streaming in, some to identify whether indeed the bodies that lie here belong to their loved ones. It is a very emotional mood here on the ground. I don't know if you can hear, but there are screams and wails from behind me as the families and friends are trying to come to terms with the death of their loved ones, and in such a horrifying kind of manner. And earlier on, opposition leader Raila Odinga had come to console with the members, the family members, having no kind words for the government, saying that they need to give proof with the message that they gave yesterday that 100 Al-Shabaab militants had been killed pursuant to the attack. But even as they see that, the families here have other than the sadness, they are very angry that they had to lose their loved ones just so that a message is passed across. And the question they're asking is really just how many more innocent lives have to be lost in such cases? And are we at a place where we have no security at all in the country? So the families here are really angry, Edith, and they're really sad. And right now, officials have just kick-started the post-mortem process, and they say that by the end of the day, we shall have the results of the post-mortem, Edith.
Sharon, I know you can hear me and there's a slight delay, but you did say that 11 of the 28 who were killed were actually from Kakamega County. Are there any arrangements being made to transport those bodies?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya accompanied Raila Odinga here in the morning, and with the knowledge that 11 of those who died came from the county government has promised the family members that they will cater for the transport cost for the families, and they have arranged to do this next week on Wednesday. That will be the 3rd of December, where the bodies of those 11 that come from Kakamega County will be transported by the county back to Kakamega County.
Sharon, as we were speaking earlier, you did say that you had managed to speak to some of the family members, the bereaved. I'm just curious to know how they're getting through this. It's all over the media. It's a constant reminder. And today they've seen the visual representation of their loss.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As I mentioned, Edith, it is a very, very emotional period right now. It's indeed even difficult for us to speak to some of the family members here because they're just trying to come to terms with the death, because it's a really shocking and a rather difficult moment for them, as can be understood. But some of them who spoke to us say that they want justice to be delivered, and not just that, but they want to be assured that they are not in danger, that Kenyans in general can be able to walk safely from any cross of the country, because in the recent past there have been several cases of insecurity, several cases, tens of lives lost in such incidents. And just speaking even on behalf of other Kenyans, that are we going to be in a place where we can feel safe soon? That is the message that they are bringing up.